Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House here on YouTube Live. I hope everyone's well today. We've got a fairly cool day here in Santa Monica. I know a lot of people in different parts of the world always laugh when I say it's cool here when it's in the 50s, but we've got lots of sunshine and lots of beautiful clear blue skies. So, hello, Regina. Nice to see you. I hope that everyone's well where you are. And I know that several people and many people celebrate what they deem to be a very special day tomorrow. While I do not single out a certain day of the year to show love, and I know that many people celebrate Valentine's Day, but just like every day, every minute, every second, and every moment of the year, I do wish for you to know that you're loved. And it doesn't depend on what you do. It doesn't depend on your certification. It certainly does not depend on your achievements, for we are all reflective children of God. And as such, we are reflections of this love. The posse of angels, my angelic family, and I wish for you to deeply know that, but because we want you to know how truly magnificent and beautiful and powerful you are. Regina's saying it's freezing here in Pennsylvania and snow on the way. Yes, my mother lives in Silver Spring, Maryland, and she gives me the constant weather update. She takes winter personally, and and every time it snows, she's very, very angry about it. So I keep telling her to move to either Florida or to California, but she says at 91 years of age, where is she going? So love you, Mom. So let's wait for a few other people to jump on in while you're waiting. Tell us where you're from. Tell us maybe what you're going through, what you're feeling, perhaps, what's happening in your life, so we can get a glimpse of just what's happening in different areas of the world. There's a reminder, just a reminder for those that are new, that are hopping on. I am a #1 Amazon International Best-Selling author. My books are One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, about my 5 most important past lives. Important the most because I grew the most spiritually, and what the heck I did when I was across the veil in between those lives. It reads like it is an adventure novel going on an extraordinary, magical journey, but these are my recollections of my awakening when I had my walk-in experience. The sequel to One True Home is I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel, as I, Angel Ariel, walked into Claire Candy's body on January 11th of 2003 to clean up her life, take over her responsibilities, and create heaven on earth for myself, and as well as go on for the last almost 2 decades, helping others to connect to their divine, eternal natures, and to create heaven on earth for themselves. Let us not forget the beautiful Angels of Faith book, how we are divine and we certainly do not die. There you go, that one. I also have a beautiful guided angel meditation CD, Letting Go of Concerns and Living in the Now, through angel music and my voice, and also with different exercises. You go on an angelic journey to release your burdens and your worries and your concerns. Regina says, I have been having weird dreams. I'm hoping it's about past life stuff. Also, I'm starting to think about moving west. I know fear keeps creeping in regarding this. Well, you are not alone, Regina. We have, there are so many people who in the collective have finished up their second mission here on planet Earth. And then in order to step into the third mission that they're going to be doing, it will entail them moving locations. So know that all is well. All you need to do is just to keep saying to Spirit, show me, give me signs, give me messages, and stay observant, because you'll be really blown over once you ask this question, and then Spirit comes in and then starts sending you signs. You could hear a song on the radio, California, here I come, or a song about Las Vegas or Arizona or something like that. But when you become observant after you ask Spirit, they have a sneaky way of sending in those messages and those signs to all of us. Now, just like to remind those who did not listen in to last week's Angel Healing House radio program on Blog Talk Radio, which, by the way, airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We always start off with recapping of not only what astrological energies have happened, but what is coming up this week. And the big one was on Thursday, Aquarius. That was on February 11th. And we have no less than six celestial bodies: the sun, the moon, Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, even though it's retrograde. They're all in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is the sign of humanitarian projects, innovation. It's the sign of technology, of invention, connectivity, collaboration. And while it may have given us an initial boost of this new moon, quite frankly, on that day, on Thursday, I felt a lifting. I felt like my spirits got raised a little bit, and I felt happier than I have in a long time. But with this energetic traffic jam of planets, there is just so much energy around. And that might be one of the reasons, Regina, that you are. It's bringing up a lot of weird stuff and, weird dreams, and making us feel off a bit. It might just make us feel overwhelmed, this energetic traffic jam of planets. Elated 1 minute, and then the next minute, we could be feeling flat. Kathy Woodrick, it's cold here, Lakewood, Colorado. Love you so much. Love you too, sweetheart, Kathy. That's very sweet. Rug up, stay nice and warm, just like your beautiful smile. So do remember that with this new moon, it might have been bringing us up, but also we're feeling overwhelmed because of this energetic overload of planets. It's just absolutely amazing. And it just might be asking us to retreat, to step back, and to rest. Now, of course, we know that this is the perfect thing to do during a Mercury retrograde. When we see that first sliver of the new moon, when we first see it in a dark indigo black sky, it's like the first glimpse of hope that something new is emerging on the horizon out of the darkness. But with it only being that glimmer of light, there actually may not be enough information to take action. That's when it can be a little bit frustrating. Many of us, like Regina, are feeling like we need to move on from either where we are currently living or what we are currently doing. And many of us are feeling both of those things. But with it only being a glimmer of light, again, there might not be enough information for us to step forward and take any action. Now, the posse of angels, this is my angelic family, they are assuring us that over the next coming weeks, more towards the end of February, they're pointing to February 27th and on. Now, it could happen sooner, but they're pointing more towards the end of February. Over the next coming weeks, as that moon, you watch it every night, it becomes fuller and more full and brighter and shining more light. It will shine more light on our paths, and it will provide us with more clarity, provide us with more light to show us exactly how to proceed forward, to keep bolstering my faith in the wonderful path of service that is coming for me next. I ask the posse of angels, please, if nothing's happening for me next, then send me something that could keep my faith and my hope bolstered. One of the things they keep sending me is the word serendipity. And what does serendipity mean? It means it is another worldly phenomenon of something appearing that is favorably and surprisingly answers a heartfelt longing within us. Just today, I received a post on Facebook from one of my clients saying that Amazon has a new thing. It's called smile.amazon. And every time you make a purchase, they will give 5% of whatever you spend to you pick the place that you want to give the donation to. Now, so this client friend of mine says, I've picked Serendipity Stables. I mean, that's just so bizarre when for the past really 2 weeks, I have gotten so many references to the word serendipity. So Spirit wants me to know there is so much, and the posse of angels wants everyone who is listening to this, everyone to know there is so much that is being orchestrated underneath the surface that we can't see, that we have no idea how many dots they are connecting and putting people together in order to take our expertise, our gifts and our talents and our abilities, and to be able to take them out in the world and to be able to bring us those opportunities and connections to collaborate with others. So the posse of angels is saying, hold tight, keep your energies high and bright and light for what will be showing up for so many in the consciously awakened community of people like light workers and way showers and star seeds and walk-ins like myself. Things are being magically orchestrated and this is done for us to serve in the highest way. The greatest thing that we can do is truly to surrender, let go, and to release what we thought our lives were going to look like, what we became attached to, or what we thought that we were going to be doing or where we were going to be living. Because if we only come from our limited linear minds, it will constrict and it will restrict that magic, miracles, synchronicities, and serendipity from coming together to form and manifest in the highest way that we can serve. And a lot of times I've spoken about on my Angel Healing House radio program that we are stepping into our third mission. Now, I've had many people say to me, I didn't know I was on a mission, and I missed the 2 missions. Well, you didn't miss it if you are one of those ones that connect with Angel Healing House, because the first mission was to wake yourself up and become conscious and aware and awakened. And then you created things or told people to get as many people on board and as many people as awakened and conscious as you were, and you alerted people to what you had woken up to. And then the second mission was to, once you did that for a while and you got the message out, then it was turning the mirror back on ourselves and bringing out those creative things, creating our businesses, creating the radio programs, creating those books and those works of art. Could be in drawing or painting. It could be music. It could have been in writing scripts. All kinds of things. Just the creative arts, and to put the messages that we were hoping to get out to as many people as possible. And then now that we've done this in the way that we've done it, well, we're now ready to step up and serve in a brand new way. Now, this can be very disconcerting to many people, because if you've been a private practitioner and a spiritual teacher and maybe a tarot card reader, and if you're a yoga teacher or things that you've been doing, maybe, and not just because of what has happened, the unconstitutional restrictions that we've been under in many states for so long this past year. But even before that, if you felt like you were, what you were doing was coming to an end, and you were wondering how next to serve, the posse of angels are saying, let go, surrender, and release what you thought your life was going to look like. Because what we're going to be taking all of those things that we did before, all of those skills, all of those talents, and we can be plugging them into a higher third mission of service to ourselves. Now, when I say it's a higher service, because it's to the new era on the planet of Earth. It's something of a selfless service, and it's for the greatest good of building a new planet of Earth. So it's serving in a brand new way, and it's very different. It's and has a very different feel to what we had experienced before. So when I started out, I went to my Llewellyn cards, Llewellyn Tarot deck. I'll have a quick shuffle of these, and I'll pick out one card, which is the overall theme for this coming week. Remember that with today being the 13th, we have another 6 days left of Mercury retrograde. And so much, within Mercury retrograde, especially the first half of the Mercury retrograde, which is the first 10, 11 days, things really come to a standstill with our projects and communication not coming in. And, many of us also feel like our spirit guides and our angels have gone on holiday. And, we don't get any more signs, we don't get messages, that kind of thing. But as Mercury goes forward, or goes to the second half, which is from the from now forward to the 20th. That's really the second half of it going when it's retrograde. Things will seem like they're easing up a little bit, but we want to remind everybody that it does take at least 10 or 14 days for that big planet after the 20th. It doesn't go whoop, and just turns around and goes forward. It takes a while to get out of its shadow phase. So that's why they're saying watch for synchronicities and serendipitous things happening more towards the end of February, and then on into March. Okay, one more shuffle. And the card that's coming out for us is the Magician. This is a card of magic. It's the card of you as the alchemist. And true magic happens when we allow ourselves to co-create with God's source creator and spirit, the angels, our spirit guides, because we can only go so far with our limited physical senses. But when we allow ourselves to work in the realm of the unrestricted and not constricted ways that we think our life will turn out, that's when the real fun can happen. And so we each of us have exactly what we need in order to step forward and in order to live the life of our dreams, but we often restrict ourselves. So there's one word going into this week, and they're saying this week and also towards, they're going towards, now towards the end of February, they're saying is the word magic. Now, I also went to my angel answers card. These are Radley Valentine's angel answers cards to see if we could get some angel answers on this. So we're asking specifically for some clarity on that magic, that magician card. Think to yourself, what magic do you want to see manifesting in your life? Remember, if you don't think big, if you compromise and you settle for less than you so richly, your heart so richly desires, that's what's going to turn up in your reality. But if you have the courage, the guts, and the bravery to wish for yourself exactly what your heart wants, be really clear. Be very, very clear now on what you want, because in these higher dimensional integrated energies that we've been carefully bumped up for this past year, and has caused this great awakening on the planet. And even those who were awakened have caused us to be even clearer and to be even more high vibrational than we were before. We must be very, very careful what we put our energies on. Go 1, 2, 3. The first one that comes, how about this? Isn't that funny? Communicate clearly. We want to really make sure that we're 100% heartfelt on what we are asking for. You may not know what that new job entails or that new career or business opportunity, but know how you feel. Know how you feel when you're doing it. We all know what we love doing, and Spirit knows what you love doing. God and the angels know you better than you know yourself. They're not going to send you anything that you don't like to do. So, visualize yourself. And this goes for Regina, this goes for everyone else. Are you living in the mountains? Are you living near the ocean? Are you living in the desert? Are you living in Europe, in Asia? Are you living, ask Spirit to send you those signs and messages in which you can step into that third mission of yours and bring forth that wonderful service which your soul contracted to do in this current incarnation. The next card that's coming out for us is a big yes. Yes, whatever question you had, this is yes. So it's the magic that we're working with now, of great synchronicity. And because we're clear now working with Spirit that we are surrendering what our ego wants, and we are stepping in to be of our highest service. And the next card that is coming out for us, well, isn't this wonderful, is success. Don't be afraid when you are offered something, because as I've said before on my Angel Healing House radio program many times, we're now in our 9th year. First program was on January 30th of 2003. I said many times before that if you have drawn something to yourself, like a business offer or like a job, a different career path or something, that means that you have all the wherewithal to be able to do it. Now, you have free will and free choice, whether you want to choose to do it or not, but that really is, you've drawn it to yourself. And most times, we have to feel the fear and do it anyway, you know, because there is something in there that's going to help us to be of service and also for us to grow. So it's not only to be of service to others, but it's symbiotic for others to be of service to ourselves. So before I get to the tarot cards, I did choose one of these wonderful, they're called Postcards from Spirit. And they're by Colette Baron Reid. And I thought this was really, really interesting. And this is the back of the postcard. Yes, it does look like an old-fashioned postcard. And it says, "Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at such a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer available. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you're pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure then will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. And it does take bravery to live a human incarnation. I write about this in my book, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. I write about soul contracts, returning time and time again for our physical incarnations, and it does take a great amount of courage to be here in physical form. When I went to my fairy cards, the first fairy card that came out, so that's wonderful. Do something new, experience something different, and they're applauding unfamiliarity and getting used to that, because that's where we grow, and that's where the wonder and the enchantment of life is. Now, this card came out for us, which was Fairies of the Future. And Fairies of the Future is a number 33, master number 33, and it's getting us to be here and now. And it's about guidance, and strangely enough, it's about moving forward. So it says, when these fairies appear, it's time to consider where we wish to go. What did this card say to us before? Communicate with Spirit very clearly. Where the heck do you want to go? Okay? There are many opportunities and there will be many potentials, but we must choose a path and then take a realistic, practical step to bring the desired future into being. This is not a time to wait for things to come to us, but to step forward boldly to meet them. So, if there is something that you have a hankering to do, but you have maybe not met somebody to collaborate with, it doesn't mean that you can't come up with creative ideas in the meantime, and maybe put some of those out in the world, you know, and then somebody then has the possibility to be able to see it, be drawn to it, and then to get in contact with you. You know, we have to do our part in putting ourselves out there. What came out with that fairy card was the ecstasy card, not the drug. Ecstasy is its name. Ecstasy, joy, rapture, motivation. These are the things that are important. The moment of ecstasy is here. And it's not something that we make within ourselves, but it's something that flows through us when we open ourselves to it. Very important. It fills us with power and with the motivation to grow, to become what we have the positive potential of being, and to build our purpose in being here and now. That's what's important. Be here and now on the planet. This card in a reading says, among other things, go for it. It confirms that we are on our course, that we're moving in the right direction, a good direction, and that we are in harmony with the great song of life. It says, great joy and great accomplishment are within your reach now. Don't wait to create. Those are really important things. Hi, Candy. I just joined the call. So happy to hear your voice. Hi, lovely Judy. Well, Judy, you just joined. We had Fairies of the Future, which is helping us to be here and now. Both of these cards say something in the description about being here and now. Stop wishing to be anywhere else but where you are at the moment. Because by doing that and being completely present, then you will see signs and you will see synchronicities. This is not a time for wait for things to come in, but be joyfully. This is the Exodus card. You can joyfully attend to what you need to attend to in the beautiful energies of the now. And then by doing that, you draw more happy, motivated energies to yourself. Let's go to the wisdom of the oracle cards. These are lovely cards as well. I love these cards. The wisdom of the oracle cards. So it seems like so far, if you did join us a little bit late, the overall card for the reading is the Magician card. Magic is afoot. And even though we may not be able to see it, there is so much that's going on. Whoops, that one just jumped out. So much that is going on underneath the surface that we don't have any inkling about. But every time you make a heartfelt wish, every time you pray for something, your prayers are answered across the etheric, on the astral, on the etheric realm. And when our vibrational frequency is high and the timing is divine, that is when we will see the manifestation of what we have held in our hearts for so long. Let's go to the cards and see what comes out. First card that's coming out for us is the number 4 card. Now, 4s are a number of foundations, strong foundations. They're the number of security, number of safety, the number of stability, all of those things. Now, they could be in different areas of our lives. This could be in our finances. It could be in love. It could be in our careers, in our health. Could be in our self-esteem. Could be in the belief that we have for ourselves. This card reminds us that you are more than a person just trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal, and what the Posse of Angels and I have spoken about for almost 20 years, you have a divine, eternal nature, and you're gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. I absolutely adore that. Stop pushing an agenda in your life. Just stop. Stop. And if you allow God's source, creator, universal, all that is, if you allow that energy to come through and co-create a life of service, a life of joy, a life of prosperity, a life of connectivity, you will be amazed at what comes in. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and to foster it through prayer and meditation, Ask, what is my highest power for all, and how can I serve? We are going into our third mission of selfless service, where I can tell you, if you go where you are directed to go by that higher power, if you do, and with courage and bravery, and you step forth into that new way of serve, miracles will be abounding for you. Then get out of your own way and trust that there's a plan for your life more wondrous than you could ever possibly know. You're always protected, and everything is in divine order. I adore this card, and I must tell you that I do a daily reading for myself, and there are two cards which keep popping out for me. One is the higher power card, and I've gotten it maybe like 4 or 5 days in a row. And the second card that's coming out for me is be the observer. Get out of your own way and just allow spirit to bring to you what they know is your heartfelt desires. Don't get in the way. You know, if you feel you need to meditate, if you feel like you need to pray, and that makes you feel better, then do that. But certainly, the angels don't need to be hammered over the head. They know you better than you know yourself. So rely on that higher power to bring you. Of course, when it comes in, of course, we must take inspired action. That goes without saying. Excited, passionate, inspired action. Because, we're living in a physical world and we have to take physical action towards it. But don't try to push the river of life. Until then, you be the observer as well. And the next card that's coming out for us is, oh my gosh, is the serendipity card. How many times have I gotten those two cards over the last 2 weeks? It's ludicrous how many times this card has come out for me. I'll read it. You've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dreams resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never, ever have imagined, that you could have never, ever planned for yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now as a higher energy. There's that higher power. As a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. OMG, Regina. OMG, everybody. I love that. I'm going to read that again. You are a channel for providence right now, just as you are, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. My gosh, I think I'm going to have that tattooed on my forehead. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Wow. Expect the unexpected and smile. There's that word smile again. Smile. For spirit loves you so very much. That's another word which they keep getting and keep giving me, is just smile. Just smile. You have no idea what is on the horizon, and how much you are loved, how much you are adored, and how much that you are a force. A higher energy will use you as a force on behalf of the whole world now. My gosh. No wonder our overall card is magic. I mean, magic, higher power, a serendipity, higher power. The two fairies that came through was this fairies of the future, be here and now. If you're not here and now, then God, source, creator, and the angels can't use you as a conduit because you're always rehashing something in the past. And you're always, although they are fairies of the future, you're always, you're not here in the present moment. And then this card, of course, is our ecstasy, is our joy, is our rapture, is our motivation. What motivates you forward? I am so motivated to be that vessel that for higher source to work through me and to then help me to be of greatest service to humanity. Oh my gosh, it's an exciting time. And we're still in Mercury retrograde. Can you imagine when we get out of Mercury retrograde? Woohoo! Wowzy wow. Okay, so let's go to the tarot cards and see what jumps out for us. And I do mean jump out because the cards have been jumping today. Okay, let me make sure these are going the right way. We want cards to go the right way. Okay, let me grab this. Just hold on a second. There's cards flying all over the place. Okay, let me use my tarot deck. This is me, Angel Ariel, on the back of my beautiful cards. So, any questions? Any questions while I'm shuffling? Any questions? Please do put them in the chat, and I'll see if I can answer them or draw a card on them. Bring forth some messages from the posse of angels. It is a very exciting time. And one thing that takes us off track is we are so excited to serve. We are very antsy. We're very anxious, no matter how much we want to be that channel, that force for a higher power to work through us. We're physical beings, we're spiritual beings in a physical suit. And so it's like, oh my gosh, if I get that offer and I have to move overseas, then I have to sell my furniture and I have to, do all those human things and, put them in storage or, all those things. I just cut the deck, and on the bottom is the Judgment card. It's a new life. It's being resurrected, and of course, the King of Pentacles is having the abundance to be able to do that. Judy says, "Should I work in film to use my creative gifts? I'm confused and need guidance, please." Okay, let me grab my pendulum and see what comes out for the lovely Judy. They're saying, do what brings you most joy. That's it. Don't overthink it. Don't say, well, if I do this, then this has to happen, then that has to happen. That takes us out of the present moment. Drop down to your heart, and if you ask Spirit, God and the angels, bring me messages on ways that I can serve best. Sometimes when we're offered something and we don't think it's very big, but we're excited about doing it, maybe we're getting that feeling because it will lead to something else. It is so simple for each and every one of us, and for me too. Stay in your little Judy. Little Judy wants to be happy, she wants to be joyful, and she wants to be creative. And if something comes along, do that which makes your heart sing and brings you joy, It's just that simple, and it's just that beautiful. Let's go to our first cards and see what comes out for us. First card. Well, the first card is going to be where we are at the moment. The second card is going to be what is going to happen as a result of that. And the third card is going to be the outcome, and then we'll clarify those. Regina said, I would love a general card because regarding moving west, looking for validation. Okay, before we get to that general reading, I'm going to hop on here and I'm going to choose a card for, that's interesting. I just looked under the deck, and I'll just bring that to mind. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race, Regina. This is something that's stable. This is something that's secure. This is something that you can hang your dreams on. Let me just get my pendulum. Moving out west. They love it. They love it. So let me think. I don't know. I'm picking up Arizona. I know somebody who lives in Arizona. A ready-made connection for you. Yeah, I don't pick up so much California. You can say to Spirit that there's no water there, but it's closer. It's closer to the beach than where you are at the moment, and it's warmer. And maybe, and that's what they're saying, maybe by going to Arizona first, then something will present itself to you to get you to the beach. Life doesn't work in straight lines. It certainly doesn't. So Spirit might ask us to do something, and we might think, well, that's not logical, but life works in steps. That's what it does. It works in steps. This is interesting, Regina. They're saying that there are people in Arizona that you need to help, and it's going to flourish something that you're very good at. And then you will connect with other people there, that because life is symbiotic, that it's going to be helping you, and then provide you with the opportunity to get to the beach. So don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to second guess Spirit. I will choose a card for you to second guess Spirit on how this is going to work out. There you go. There's the Death card. The ending of something and moving into something new. So just saying, don't rail against something because you can't logically figure it out. Okay. Let's go to our general cards now. The first card that comes out for us is the Six of Wands. Now, this is the overall for each one of us. What we are going to be stepping in now, okay? Now, comrades, like friends, comrades, soul family, what we're going to be stepping into is by surrendering and allowing ourselves to be of highest service, by allowing that higher force to work through us. That's when the recognition is going to be given. We are going to be stepping into those positions of authority. Not authority like, we're controlling, manipulating others, but because we've put ourselves out there when there was one of those oracle cards, put yourself out there in order for others to see you. And then this is the recognition, it's the victory, it's the promotion card. 6 is the number of harmony, and 6 is the number of balance and joy as well. That came stuck to this card, the Queen of Wands. and the Queen of Wands is that reaching an attainment in your career, in your work, with your ideas and your creativity, and your vision, And it's the fire card. It's the card of either Sagittarius, Leo. What's the other fire sign? It's eluding me. Sagittarius, Leo, and the other fire sign. Why can't I think about it? Aries. Okay, no, yeah. Okay, so anyway, this is an attainment in our career, and it's stepping up into those positions of authority. So that's the overall. The next card that's coming out for us, yes, Aries. Thank you, Nikes. I'm just like, okay, brain freeze. Next card that's coming out for us is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. It's a collaboration card. It's a card of connection. It's the card of wherever two or more are gathered in our names. Serendipity. Serendipity happens. I love that name, Serendipity. They keep giving me this. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to watch the movie Serendipity tonight with Kate Beckinsale and I think it was John Cusack. I'm not sure. Do you know, if you know the actor, I think it's John Cusack, put that in the chat. But anyway, this is the card of connection. It's the card of collaboration, and it's bringing forth those ideas and those vision and making them physically manifest on the earth plane. So we're going into a very, very exciting time. Okay, and the outcome for that is the Ace of Wands. This is, look at the butterfly there. It's the transformation. We're going in to that transformation as those radiant, beautiful beings of light, and the hand of God there. Now that's better. It was too reflective before. But the hand of God is giving us the best way that we can be of service, which is so exciting. As you can tell, I'm excited. I know I'm moving. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite. You are correct, John Cusack. Yes, I think, Pete and I take turns every night choosing a movie, and he chose one last night. No, he chose one last night, so maybe I'll get a chance to choose a movie tonight. Okay, so first card was the Six of Wands, and underneath that, we have the Two of Wands. Now, this card is, actually that card came out with this card, which is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is new communication coming in. And the Two of Wands is the world is your oyster card. What it is we've been handed something by the hand of God, given something, and then we bring forth something out of that. So we have those two. But they were under this card, which is the Six of Wands. So that promotion, that recognition will bring in the information and will hand us the world. The world is our oyster. What are we going to be doing with it? Underneath the collaboration card, we get the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is messages about money. Money connected to some collaboration, some business, some career, some job that Spirit wants us to step into so we can be a best service to humanity and we can bring forth our vision, our ideas. How wonderful is that? And then underneath this new beginning for our vision and our creative ideas comes these cards on the bottom, which are the Temperance card, which is finally balancing out what our soul came back to do on this earth plane for this new era of fifth dimension, age of Aquarius, this birthing of the new earth, and balancing that out in such joy and celebration, which is the Three of Cups. How spectacular is that? That's absolutely wonderful. So there you go. We have a few moments left, so I'll go to my Oracle of Eve. Anything else you want to tell us, Posse of Angels? Anything else? Any other questions that anybody has? Please put them in the chat. So this time, from now really until the end of February, I know it might be difficult. I'm just getting shivers all over. Rest, regenerate, allow yourself to recuperate, because you're going to be really, really busy. When this comes in, and you might need to move to Arizona, or you might need to move overseas, because that's where the position as Spirit is asking you to move. You're going to be busy. You're going to be busy moving. You're going to be busy arranging things. And you're going to think to yourself, why didn't I take the time to rest? Whoa, that one just flew out. Let me just bend down. Hold on. Why didn't I take the time out? So while you have the time, as you know, during a Mercury retrograde, we all get to clean out drawers and our garages. You could use this inner time for an inner clearing out. You can do it by doing some things, reassessing your life. You can remember with a session with me with your past life clearings and sabotaging ancestral beliefs that maybe you need to clear out in order so you'll be clear enough to step forward. You can clean out any energy blockages by realigning your chakras, and by getting a energy healing session, Reiki energy healing sessions with myself and the Posse of Angels. You can do this either in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, or you can do it online through distant healing, or you can regaining your clarity and your direction with an individualized angel reading, again, with the Posse of Angels and myself. Do go to angelhealinghouse.com. Or else you can call me at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. So one more quick shuffle. And let's cut the cards and see what comes out. This is jackpot. Oh my gosh, number 40. Again, that higher, I love you too. I love you too, Judy. That higher power card of ours. Oh, this one that came out. That was a number 4 card. And this is a number 40 card, which is also a number 4, which, if I can turn to the right page, is jackpot. And this says, do you see dollar signs? They're circling around you like a veritable cyclone. Everything in your aura is pointing to material gain. Do you want to manifest a new house, more love, a better job? How about a new life? Bingo. It might be wise to make some room. You are always so uplifting. Thank you. I don't know how to be otherwise, Judy. I guess God made me that way, and that's the way I'll stay. So I'm wishing everybody so much love, not only on Valentine's, but in every moment, every day, of every hour, of every minute, of every second, of every moment. Love, because you are love. Yes, jackpot. Not only are we opening one vet hospital, we are now doing 2. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you. Indie Cats, wow. That's so excited. Keep me informed as to how it all goes. Things are just going to explode for so many of us. Keep your faith, please. please. I know that the first half of February has been really rocky. It just has. Um, the second half of February, we should feel a lightening, we should feel a lifting, and certainly as we get past Mercury retrograde going forward, and then with that, with past that February 27th date, which is going to be the full moon in Virgo, that's going to be very uplifting for many of us as well to step into service. And then I'm very excited to see what March is going to be bringing in. Also, another thing, we are going into Pisces season, and happy birthday coming up for you Pisces people. But the Pisces is always the culmination. It's always the world card. It's the last card in the tarot deck. That's what it is, because it's the culmination of all that we've lived since a year ago. And the first zodiacal sign, or the first sign of the zodiac, is always Aries. And that starts on March 21st. So we are really, really, culminating things at the moment in order for us to move forward. I love each and every one of you so much. Take care of yourself. Have a beautiful weekend and an extraordinary week coming up. And if I can help you in any way, please do contact me at Angel Healing House, 277-3716, or you can go to www.angelhealinghouse.com. Love you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye.